Good afternoon to you, my lords and ladies. We are back here with the Moonhaven Falls Crystal Network. And today, our on-the-scene reporter, Morwen Brightseen, is conducting his second major interview. His subject is none other than Elder Silas, the leader of the Werewolf Enclave in the Blackwood Forest. Take it away, Morwen.
Oh, well, thank you. Elder Silas, it's an honor to have you here on the network with us.
The honor is mine, Morwen. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to the people of Moonhaven Falls.
So, to start out, I think the biggest concern on everyone's mind is the safety of Moonhaven Falls. There's a lot of fear about werewolves in the forest. Could you possibly address that?
We certainly understand your apprehension. The legends surrounding our kind often paint a very distorted picture. But I assure you, we are not here to bring harm. We have chosen this place for reasons that have nothing to do with any form of aggression toward your town.
All right then, if it's not about attacking people, what is it about? My understanding is that you're here for a spiritual retreat. Could you possibly elaborate on that?
I certainly can. We are here to reconnect with the primal energies of the world, to find a balance within ourselves, and honor the spirits of nature. The Blackwood Forest holds very strong, sacred significance to us. It is a place where the veil between worlds has grown thin, allowing us to feel the very heartbeat of the earth.
Well, that's a very profound way of putting it. So it's about more than just like camping out in the woods, then?
Yes, it is about far more than camping out in the woods. We engage in practices that help us to achieve harmony. It's a form of meditation, ancient chants and movements, a communion with the living essence of the very forest itself.
I see. Now, a lot of people in Moonhaven Falls are having trouble reconciling what they think they know about werewolves with what you are saying is your actual intention. What message would you personally like to convey to all of them?
We wish for peace. We wish only to be good neighbors and ask for you to understand and respect the space we need to continue our journey. We're not so different from the people of town here. Like all of you, we feel a need for connection, for belonging, for a place in this world.
Well, that's very reassuring. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me, Elder Silas. I do believe that this will go a very long way toward easing some concerns.
The pleasure was all mine. Your maturity and insightful questions were quite commendable. I hope this dialogue fosters a greater understanding between our people.
I rather hope so myself. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors, so keep listening, people of Moonhaven Falls and our surrounding countryside, because this story is far from over.
Greetings, seekers of destiny, and welcome once more to the arcane whispers of Alara Meadowlight. 14 days have now deepened the shadows of the Blackwood Forest, as Zorbo's silent vigil continues to prickle the senses of Moonhaven Falls, and his watchful eye remains fixed upon the Blackwood Forest. 10 weeks have spun from the loom of fate since the Phoenix's fiery rebirth, and the whispers of the Nara and ancient moss linger still in the air. Yet, as the endless currents of the Moonhaven Falls churn, it has revealed a new, truly startling omen. At the very base of the Moonhaven Falls, where the water has ceaselessly carved the bedrock for millennia, a giant, ancient, and immobile moss-covered key has been partially unearthed by the persistent current. Its surface, worn smooth by time and water, hums faintly with a resonance that speaks not merely of age, but of a forgotten power. It feels distinctly different from the luminous moss that dwells nearby, a deliberate creation bearing the weight of an immense and unrecorded history. This key is not merely a symbol, but an instrument, a silent call to unlock that which has long been sealed, a pivotal piece in the unfolding tapestry of our fate. The discovery of this key, found at the very heart of Moonhaven itself, is an omen of direct access, a turning point, the unlocking of a profound secret or path that has been hidden for an age. Where the phoenix transformed, where the Nara clarified, where the moss revealed and released an ancient energy, and Zorbo has warned of a primal wildness. This key offers a tangible means to interact with those forces. For all, this signifies a period of critical choice, where taking the right step can unveil significant opportunity or resolve lingering mystery. Be prepared to seek, to discover, and to act decisively. For those born under the sign of the Whispering Willow, mid-spring to early summer, the ancient key points the way to a hidden garden, promising growth beyond imagination. The discovery of this key offers a concrete path forward for the new growth that you have been cultivating, the insights that you have gained from the Nara and the moss. It suggests a direct resolution to a long-standing personal mystery, or the unlocking of a new and vital stage in your development. This is a time to overcome any lingering hesitation and to step through the door that is now being revealed to you. The murmuring of the Moonhaven Falls now sounds like a turning tumbler, advising you that a specific action, perhaps a courageous or thoughtful one, will open the way to your next blossoming. A small, intricately carved wooden box, or a forgotten locket containing a tiny ancient inscription could be your personal key to this unfolding. For those born under the sign of the Soaring Griffin, that is, late summer to early autumn, the key is a strategic tool, unlocking resources and pathways that are vital for your grand ascent. For you, this ancient key found at the falls is a powerful instrument for your ambition. It signifies the unlocking of a critical resource. A hidden alliance or a secret passage will aid your leadership and ascent, particularly in navigating the wild forces that the Blackwood still stirs. Your Nara-honed logic will be crucial in discerning what this key opens and how to best wield its power. This may be the time for bold action and strategic planning, as a significant obstacle may now be overcome by this discovery. The distant roar of the falls now echoes with the sound of a gate slowly creaking open, advising you to seize this unique opportunity. A piece of finely wrought iron, shaped like a lock, or a compass that subtly shifts toward the key's location, may guide your path with its purpose. For those of you born under the sign of the Deepening Mire, mid-autumn to early winter, the key delves into the deepest of the mire, unlocking the most profound and ancient of truths held within. The revelations brought on by the Nara and the moss have prepared you for this moment. This ancient key is a direct means to access a profound, though perhaps unsettling truth that has been hidden for ages, possibly within the very depth of the Blackwood's mysteries, or your mysterious heart. It offers a tangible connection to secrets that could rewrite your understanding of reality. This is a time for fearless exploration of the unknown, for trusting that what is unlocked will ultimately lead you to enlightenment, even as it challenges your previous perception. The slow, persistent trickle of the falls now flows like a liquid memory, advising you that patience in deciphering the key's true purpose will yield immense rewards. A tarnished, heavy locket or fragment of an ancient, indecipherable map could be a clue to your personal key's ultimate secret. For those born under the sign of the Frozen Hearth, late winter to early spring, the key unlocks the final shackles of the past, revealing the full glory of your magnificent rebirth. The Phoenix's rebirth and your own Nara-honed resilience now find their ultimate expression mingling through this ancient key.
It signifies the unlocking of the last lingering limitations or shadows from your past, allowing your transformation to fully manifest. This discovery marks a pivotal moment where you will gain access to a new level of power, purpose, or freedom. Perhaps tied to the ancient energies stirred by the moss or the blackwood, this is a time to embrace your newfound strength and to step forward into a future without reserve. The steady flow of the falls now surges with a vibrant, released energy, speaking of a glorious, unburdened future. A small, perfectly polished riverstone, or a piece of gleaming vital wood freed from old roots found near the key's resting place could symbolize your complete and powerful renewal. Do remember that these are but whispers from the cosmic currents, glimpses of what may be. Ultimately, it is the choices that you make, the actions that you take, that are the true shapers of your destiny. May the light of the moon guide your path, and may your journey be filled with discovery and fortune, especially as this ancient key begins to turn in the lock of fate. This has been Alara Meadowlight with your Omen Outcast. Welcome! Welcome to you, ladies and gentlemen, merchants and entertainers, travelers, drifters, and citizens of all walks of life, here in the Hidden Realms. Welcome back to Crossroads Chronicles, where we explore the diverse and often unexpected businesses that bloom across the realm. Today we have a truly unique entrepreneur joining us. Please welcome... Well, he prefers we don't use his real name, but you might know him as the proprietor of The Vault, the most secure and arguably most unusual long-term storage facility in the region.
Greetings. You may call me the Vault Keeper. And yes, my establishment is indeed unique. Unmatched security, unparalleled discretion, and a storage solution that adapts to any need.
Indeed, Vault Keeper. For our listeners who might be unfamiliar, the Vault isn't exactly your typical brick-and-mortar establishment. Could you perhaps elaborate on the nature of your business?
My essence is adaptability. I am a living repository, a shape-shifter of sorts. I am become the perfect container for your valuables, be they gold, or scrolls, or artifacts, or even less conventional items.
Less conventional.
Let us just say that I have housed things that would make a dragon blush, but discretion is paramount. What goes into the vault stays in the vault, at least until the owner or their legal heirs retrieve it.
Right. So security is clearly a major selling point. How exactly does one ensure the safety of their belongings within you?
I am my own security system. My form is constantly shifting. My defenses are organic. No lockpick, no spell, no amount of brute force can breach my defenses. I am, in essence, an uncrackable safe.
Well, that's reassuring and also slightly terrifying. What about access? How do your clients retrieve their items?
A simple phrase, a touch, a specific gesture. I am attuned to my client's needs. I recognize their intent. I open only for those who have the right connection.
And what about the logistics? I mean, you're a living being a mimic and all. How did you manage the sheer volume of the storage?
I am larger on the inside than on the outside. Shall we say that space is malleable within me? Think of it as a pocket dimension tailored to your very specific needs.
A pocket dimension inside a mimic. I mean, that's certainly innovative. Have you ever had any incidents? Any attempts to, shall we say, rob the vault?
Attempts have been made, yes. None have succeeded. Let us just say that those who try to take what is not theirs often find themselves regretting their decision. I am a storage facility, yes, but I am also a guardian.
I imagine so. So, for anyone interested in the ultimate in secure storage, how does one go about contacting a mimic?
Seek the Whispering Cairns, just south of the Merchant's Road. Look for the ancient stones that shift in the moonlight. I will know when you seek me, and be sure to bring appropriate payment. My services are not inexpensive.
The Whispering Cairns?
Yes. At the stroke of midnight, you must offer me the fruit of pardon, the fruit of the world. Oh, I cannot keep a straight face. I'm just messing with you, huh? I have a table of services and prices posted at the door. I do not work cheap, but I try to keep my prices reasonable. We are located on the corner of Fairborn and you, hard to miss us. A big enchanted sign with a glowing arrow pointing right at me. One of the first payments I received, in fact.
Right. Joke. Got it. Well, Vault Keeper, it has been enlightening. A truly unique perspective on the storage business. We'll be right back after a short break, so don't go anywhere. Oh boy, he is terrifying when he wants to be. Do you feel more at home in the wilds than within the city walls? Are you a keen tracker? A skilled archer? Do you possess a deep understanding of the natural world? Then heed the call of the Moonhaven Rangers, Arrow Branch. We are the eyes and ears of Moonhaven and the surrounding wilderness. We patrol the forest, scout for dangers, and protect our lands from monstrous incursions and other threats that lurk in the shadows. As a ranger of the Arrow Branch, you'll hone your skills in archery, tracking, wilderness survival, and stealth. If you possess sharp eyesight, a steady hand, and a love for the outdoors, we offer a unique opportunity to serve our community while embracing your connection to the natural world. Join our ranks and become a guardian of the wilds, the silent protectors of Moonhaven's borders. Seek out Captain Alara Stonebolt at the Ranger Outpost located just north of town near the Whispering Woods. Please exercise caution. Your skills are needed. Become a Moonhaven Ranger, Arrow Branch, today. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In a surprise move, the dragon, Ignis, has announced the opening of the Trials of the Triumphant Mind, bypassing the traditional incineration strategy. The legendary dragon Ignis, renowned for his vast hoard and his increasingly refined sense of, well, boredom, has officially announced a spectacular series of challenges designed to test the mental acuity and resourcefulness of any ambitious adventurer, not merely their ability to dodge fireballs. Ignis's return to Smithfield brought about a wave of concern in the local residents. Thankfully, the lack of roaring and fire kept said concern to a low simmer. Ignis, shortly after landing, handed off a recording crystal given to him by a new friend to the village council, with a note attached that we have been asked to play here. Ignis has made it quite clear that while his martial prowess remains peerless, a point that he unintentionally stressed by accidentally melting an armored mannequin, Ignis informed the local village council that he has decided to move in a new direction. The following is the note he gave them, as well as the recording handed over. From the desk of Ignis, Scaled Sophisticate, Horde's Custodian, the Fiery Intellect, for immediate release to the general public.
Citizens of the Lost Realms, I have decided that the simple act of vaporizing shouting mortals is a tedious waste of a perfectly good intellectual energy. For far too long, my magnificence has been reduced to a simple damage versus defense check. My horde deserves an heir, or at least a few applicants who can appreciate the architecture of a truly complex conundrum. Swords grow dull, after all, but cleverness is eternal.
Ignis's announced trials are currently in their final stages of construction and enchantment. They are said to be designed to thwart the predictable tactics of traditional-type heroes.
I'm willing to give you a bit of a sneak peek, I suppose, so you have some idea what you're walking into. The initial 3 tests are as follows. The Shifting Sands Maze. It's a colossal labyrinth requiring spatial logic and resilience. I am currently finalizing the temporal enchantments and adding just a dash of demoralizing illusionary walls. The second possible will be the riddle of the obsidian pillars. It's a verbal and symbolic test of obscure lore and lateral thinking. The consequences for failure are still being determined, though I do find myself debating the virtues between something harmless if humiliating, a simple mud shower, or perhaps something a bit more, spirited. The third will, of course, be the Vault of Echoes, the final gateway to your reward, which will be secured not by brute force, but rather by an intricate system of paradoxical clues. I'm still working on drafting the final copy, but I promise they will be subtly infuriating, but not unwinnable. So, let them polish their axes. Let them memorize their incantations. I await you here, refining my traps. I await the one who can truly prove worthy of challenging my wits. And don't just think that this is all. Oh no, there are definitely more to come. I'm thinking I may add a bit of a side challenge as well. After all, in the interest of, fairness, if death is off the table, then the challengers should have as much at stake as I, no? I'm thinking perhaps the equivalent treasure of 10 times whatever you're willing to wager would be fair. A bit for me when you fail, and a substantial reward for any successful, surviving applicants if you succeed. The faint of heart need not apply.
After receiving the challenge from Ignis, we here at the Crystal Network reached out to the local guilds and received the following as their response, and I quote, "Do not approach Mount Crag. Seriously, 1 dragon attack per year is 1 too many." Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes our episode for the week, and I hope you were entertained, amused, intrigued, or engaged by this. If you were, there's a couple of ways you can help to ensure the show's continued production. First and foremost, please let me know what you enjoyed and didn't. Knowing what my listeners like or dislike is invaluable in determining how the show will progress. It's also remarkably easy to do. You just need to take a moment to like this video, share it with a friend, and then leave a comment with your thoughts below. If you're listening on a podcast platform, a quick rating is also invaluable, and we very much appreciate you taking a moment to let others know that we are worth listening to. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel or follow the podcast. It's a free, simple action that is absolutely essential for the continued expansion of our audience, as it lets the algorithm know that you listened and want to continue hearing these stories. For anyone who wishes to directly invest in the future of our work, please explore our community on Patreon. I personally write, edit, and produce all the content for this show, and if you want to buy me a cup of coffee a month as encouragement to continue doing so, I gratefully accept. We do also offer several other membership tiers with exclusive benefits on Patreon, and your financial support is what makes it possible for me to deliver this kind of content week after week. A special thanks this week to our tipping supporters. My coffee of the week says that this episode is dedicated to you. My family and I genuinely appreciate you, and everyone who listens, for showing your support, and I would like to thank all of you for continuing to do so. We look forward to seeing you next episode.